Hello everyone, welcome to another blog on my channel. And today I have a topic that I've seen a lot on YouTube itself, and I'd like to give my taste and my opinion and my view on it. And today's topic is going to be why I ride motorcycles. Pros, cons, what people can get out of it, that sort of things. So without further ado, I'm going to give my end of it. Why I ride motorcycles is the main thing I get out of it is the freedom and the natural thing of being out in nature when the weather is beautiful like it is right now today. When it's cold and when it's raining, it's not a lot of fun, but that's part of it. You know, I'm kind of a fair weather rider. You know, I'll ride when it's, you know, down the low 40s, maybe mid 30s, but as far as rain, I will not. Just because it's really hard to see as far as like full face helmet like I wear. You can't keep the visor clean. I don't care what you do, Rain X, whatever, it doesn't matter. But that's the main reason why I don't ride in the rain for more than anything. It's just hard to see. Even really dense fog riding through is really hard to see. You're just constantly wiping your visor and just trusting the car in front of you doesn't do something real dumb that you can barely see them. Anyways, moving on. The main reason why, like I said, why I ride is enjoyment of nature and being out and being one with the bike. You know, you get an unrestricted, you know, 360 degree view of everything that's going on around you. Versus even in riding a convertible car, it's not the same. You're looking through a windshield, you know. You don't have all the highs and lows and ups and downs of being out on a bike and being open and being free. And it is, especially when you live in a really pretty area of the country like I do, all these mountains and all roads like this little crooked road and that whole valley over there that you can see kind of maybe to the trees. But it's just, I like being outside when the weather's nice, and riding for me gets me out in that, and you become one with nature, stress relief, just unwind of all the everyday life stress things. Even if you're not really somebody who rides who doesn't really have a hard job or doesn't even have a job, maybe you might be in high school or college still, but being on a bike, even a short ride, a long ride, whatever, it takes all that de-stress thing for me anyway, and just makes more enjoyment out of life. Of course, that's not to say of all the enjoyment, like I said, of bad parts of it. The other bad parts of it, well, really, to be honest, and, you know, not sugarcoating thing, there's a couple bad things about it. One is, it is dangerous. I know that. I'm an adult. You know, I'm fully aware of the risk I'm putting myself in. But I always wear all my riding gear all the time. I don't care if I'm just going down the road to grab a few things of groceries that I can fit in my tail bag. I just, you know, I feel that anything you can do to keep yourself from being hurt that much more, anything you can do will save you a lot of pain and suffering in the end. The main things that I think you have to do to keep yourself safe is to, you know, be really, really aware of what's going on around you. Be the most defensive driver you possibly can. Like the old saying goes, and a lot of guys who've been riding for years and years, some, and girls that have been riding for a long time, that have learned, ride like you're invisible. And that's a really good advice. One of my motor bloggers that I watch says that a lot, and that's good advice to live by and to do, because don't, you know, be riding on a road like this and get ready to turn and be like, oh, that car sees me, they look right at me, because I don't know why they don't really watch for bikes or watch what they do, but they don't realize, you know, no matter what the car weighs, they're basically in a big moving object that can really hurt somebody. And I don't know if, you know, they're just not paying attention, they're on their phone, whatever. But that's the biggest advice that I can give anybody who's wanting to start into motorcycling, is to ride like you're invisible, ride like they don't see you. If you see a car fixing to pull out, just go ahead and roll out the throttle maybe, or put a couple fingers on the front brake lever and just be prepared to slow down or try to swerve around them, or just whatever you can do. But, you know, there's an old saying that I've seen on t-shirts and I've seen online and stuff. This is so true also about motorcycles, that you never see somebody on a motorcycle park outside a psychiatrist. They're some of the happiest people, at least when they're riding anyway. That's my take on it, because that's the way I am, because this is my version. They're some of the happiest people you'll ever meet in your life, especially when they're riding. I don't care if you're riding a scooter, a trike, or a reverse trike like a Spider, whatever. If you're riding yourself, you see somebody else, even at a gas station, just at a gas pump, you might talk to them for an hour, you might talk to them for 5 minutes, but I guarantee you that, or even if there's some more of the old school kind of bikers, Harley rider types, I guarantee you they'll at least give you a wave or say how you doing or something, even if you don't have their vest on, their club patches, whatever. It doesn't matter. You know, they may not really, as far as recognize the fact that you're not riding something that they're riding, but everybody has their own thing. That part doesn't matter to me, shouldn't matter to you. But, you know, when you can, you know, just get out and have fun and see new things and fill the bike up with gas and get on a road you've never been on before and just get almost lost. You'll eventually find your way to a 4-lane or something to figure out where you're at, whether you're using a GPS or not using GPS or just using a map. You know, as long as you don't have somewhere you have to be, if you're just killing time, enjoying riding, you'll eventually come out someplace that you can go and get back to where you're supposed to be or where you're going. But there are so many things that I like, and it's just an absolute ball to me. It's what I enjoy the most. You know, everybody has their own thing. This is what I like to do. If you've never experienced it, you owe it to yourself to, at least if nothing else. If you think about getting a motorcycle too, one thing that I recommend doing is take the MSF course. Don't let your uncle or your brother or whoever it is try to show you in a parking lot. They might be able to show you how to ride in the basics of riding, but in my opinion, because I took it, the MSF course, at least my teacher was a fantastic teacher. He didn't sugarcoat anything. He just said, look, if you're not going to do this, you're going to hurt yourself. And that's what good teachers do. But it's just, you really owe it to yourself to take the MSF course before you get your bike. You know, grab you a jacket, some, you know, the basic riding gear, jacket, pair of gloves, and a good helmet. And you owe it to yourself also to not only, in my opinion, you buy good gear. If you buy good gear, it's going to last a long time. It's going to do what you want. It's going to perform the way it's intended use for, no matter if you ride in a colder climate, a rainier climate, a hot climate. Do yourself a favor. Trust me, I've been there and done that. Buy good gear. If you buy kind of mediocre gear, it does well, you know, for what it is. But to really take full advantage of the gear itself and what it's capable of, if you spend a little more money, it'll last longer, it'll be more comfortable, it'll breathe better, like hotter climates. If it's colder climates, the thermal part will be better as far as leaking air or whatever. Good gloves, good helmet. You know, you really need to at least to get a pair of riding jeans, even if you don't want to wear, like I might have done different. Instead of having riding pants, like now, I'd like to have a pair of riding jeans. So when I commute to work and back, I can wear my riding shoes that are CE approved and not my riding boots like I'm wearing now. But I can wear a pair of riding jeans that won't disintegrate if something was to happen. Because no matter what anybody will tell you, riding jeans, they're way, way, way better from what I can tell than regular blue jeans. Regular blue jeans, they say, of course, they base it upon one speed, not lower speeds, not a low side, not a high side. They say once they touch pavement, they will last a half a second before they start eating away at your skin. Now, for those of you watching this, don't let that scare you away. You know, it is what it is. You know, if you buy a good pair of riding pants, you know, at least a couple $100 pair of riding pants with C armor in the knees at the very least, and maybe see if you can put C armor in the hips, or do what I do, where you wear something under your clothes that has C approved hip armor, which will do well. At least I haven't tested it yet, thank God, but I always wear it. But yeah, you do yourself a favor, like I said, to take the MSF course, buy some good gear, and even before you buy a bike, do all that and take the MSF course. You may not like it after take the FMS course, and therefore you're not spending the money on a bike or dropping the bike or riding the bike for half a mile and getting scared away from it. It's not for everybody. But if you can get used to it, get used to riding around traffic, it's so much fun, and I encourage you to do it and just get out there and have fun and enjoy the world around you. You know, forget about, you know, work stuff, all the bills, all the bad stuff in life that not all of us want to do, but unfortunately we have to do to be able to have a roof over our head and put food in our stomach and take care of our families. But just get out there, like I said, get out there and do it and have fun. Once you get used to it, once you the whole, you know, nothing around you thing, it is the absolute most fantastic feeling you'll ever have in your life. Especially if you live in a pretty area with good scenery, where like where I live, there's miles and miles and miles of back roads. I've lived here for almost 6 years now in East Tennessee. Well, it's really Tri-Cities area. It's way, way far East Tennessee, close to Bristol, Tennessee. If anybody, y'all know, we're watching this, any of y'all know where that is. You know, right there, almost at the North Carolina border. But like I said, you owe it to yourself to at least try it. Go take the MSF course. If you don't like it after the MSF course, all you've wasted is riding gear that you can always maybe try to sell or whatever. And then if one day you get older, you've already got the MSF course, you've already got that done and got it on your license. If a couple years from now, after that, you decide you want to try it again, you can try it again. You can always get rid of a bike, but you can never replace yourself, because the MSF course will teach you a lot of things, not only the basics, but the ways of doing other things and having fun and enjoying life. So on that note, guys, that's about all I got today. We'll see you. Thanks.